Okay.
All right.
Oh.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. So this meeting's gonna last about 8 minutes long. Um,
Oh, did you want to set timer or you want me to?
I did. I said
Okay.
time. Yeah. So we're just gonna talk about kind of recap on what we talked about last week, and then talk about what has happened this week. Um, like what's been kind of going good, going not so good in your week.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, where would you like to start?
I forget what we talked about last week. Remember what we talked about last week?
I think we talked a little bit about the Halloween party.
Yeah, that's old news.
Yeah, so
I'll
we
just tell you what's been going on throughout my week.
okay.
Or what happened last week since it's Monday over the weekend. Um, let's see, where do I start? Um, oh, um, after well, I'm in college full time, and I'm going for social work, and whatever. And I was in class last Monday, and and I forgot my coffee cup. My it was a Yeti coffee cup. Them things are like $45. They're not cheap. But anyway, I didn't realize it was missing until like the end of the week, until like this weekend or whatever, and I was freaking out. And but anyway, um, I found it. It was still here or whatever. But that actually, I don't know. It did. I guess. Oh, another thing we did. We went to. You ever been to the Back Nine? No. I guess it's like a driving range, and we went there for my sister's fiance's birthday, and that's a whole nother story in itself. But yeah, we had a lot of fun. But really, I mean, I'm trying to think of stuff to talk about that happened throughout the week, but nothing really
Kind of a quiet
impressive
week.
happened. Yeah, it was kind of a quiet week.
I can tell by your body language that you seem very annoyed when you cannot find your Yeti cup. And I totally understand that because when I lose something like that, I will freak out. Like when I lost my debit card here.
Well, because I was actually surprised that somebody didn't steal it
Mm-hmm.
because I emailed because I called everybody in the building, or not the building but different lost and founds. Called the library. I guess in each building they have their own separate lost and found or whatever. But I messaged my professor, and surprisingly, she said, "Yeah, I was here, just in class, or whatever."
That's good.
I was surprised,
That make you feel like relieved.
really, because I'm used to getting let down, you know. So I was kind of preparing myself. I mean, I know it's stupid. It's a freaking Yeti cup. I mean, I can buy however many I want, but it's like I don't know.
Was it kind of like a cognitive distortion that you like automatically assumed that you were gonna get bad news?
That's a good way to put it. Cognitive distortion.
Is there a reason why you feel like you're about to be let down?
Yeah, I guess well, I'm a non-traditional student. I'm older, so I have some experience and some rough patches in my life. And yeah, it's only been like within the past 5, 6 years things been going right. But yeah, come to think of it, it's like yeah, it's like everything, you know, always expecting the worst, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
And I've had to um college has helped so much because I've been able to learn about myself as well and why I did things, why I thought things, why I feel certain ways, you know, and and also because I got into social work because it's also um because I've gotten in trouble in the past. I've been arrested. I'm a felon, so it's like I can't be a cop, I can't do, you know, can't join the military. Too old for that. Even because I got my first felony when I was 23, I think, or whatever. But anyway, it all started with drugs when I was younger. My parents and stuff.
You're still sober.
What's that?
You're still sober.
I'm sober now.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
that's like
yeah. I've
that.
been sober for like going on 6 years.
6 years, or something like that. Well, it seems like you're doing very good, and that you made the right choice with college. It might not feel great that you can't do some certain things, but maybe that just wasn't your calling.
That's kind of how I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
Because when I was trying to think of, because I've tried to go to college before, and I've always wanted to do what was cool or in fashion, like get into business or
Mhm.
be a mechanic or I mean, I was always trying to think of something that could make me a lot of money or or the prestige, you know
Mhm.
what I mean? And it wasn't until I finally got you know I got real with myself, and I was like, what are you good at, and you like to do, and you feel a purpose for doing it. And it came down to helping people.
Yeah.
That's one thing I know I'm good at. I'm good at, people naturally talk to me.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who they are, you know. And but yeah, that's why I decided to get into social work because it also stems from my past.
Yeah.
It kind of all lines up.
It sounds like, you've had a hard and troubling past, but it sounds like everything is, like you said, everything is going good for you and things are kind of starting to line up and make sense.
Yeah, there's rough patches still, but they're small,
Yeah.
and
Are they easier to navigate
yeah,
now?
they're easier to navigate, and it's like waves, but
Mhm.
but it's nothing that's got me to the point to where I'm like, oh, I want to get messed up
Mhm.
or drink or do drugs or whatever. It's never gotten that far, and I won't let it get that far.
That's good. It
You
seems
know,
like you've come a long way in your sobriety and in life in general.
yeah, and yeah, especially with and another reason why I've been sober for 6 years is because it also has to do with my daughter.
Mhm.
When she got old enough to realize or understand what was going on with me, and I didn't want her to look. I didn't want her to look at her dad and see a piece of shit.
Yeah. And I think that's huge because, like, on a personal level, like, my dad died from drugs when I was 11. And even though I'm 20 now and I've worked through a lot of that stuff, that really did traumatize me. My life will never be the same. And there's nothing that I wish more than he could have just, looked at me and I could have been enough. And, I can't put that blame on myself because it's addiction, it's
Yeah,
your
so
brain.
you can relate.
Yeah. So I think you should be very proud of yourself, seriously, that you did that because I know so many people who can't.
Oh yeah,
Like, even, like, it's just, and it's not that person's fault. It's not, but
it's a disease,
it is,
and
yeah.
it's hard to kind of since we know what it's like. It's kind of hard to be like. It's kind of hard. not the judge of the people. Be like, you know what, I can do it. You can do it. Well,
Yeah.
it doesn't work.
No, it definitely doesn't.
You know, so I just have to watch out for stuff. You
Yeah.
know,
You should be proud of yourself
so
though. And when she
thank you.
gets, you're welcome. And when she gets older and she's able to fully realize and recognize all that you've sacrificed for her, like you will be rewarded most definitely. Because that type of stuff is important. Every little girl deserves to have her dad,
Hmm.
especially a sober dad. So I
Yeah,
think that you're doing a great job, and that you just gotta keep doing what you're doing. Keep that Yeti cup close strapped to you. You don't want to lose that again. Um, but yeah, so our meeting is about to come to an end. So for this meeting, we talked about your Yeti cup, which I think kind of
losing it. Yeah.
had deeper feelings of kind of not really feeling like things
And
are in
it's
favor in a
that kind of
sense.
stuff that that does bring up. That's good to talk about. So
Yeah,
yeah, you're right.
but I'm glad that you found your Yeti cup, and that was just proof that things can go good
Hmm.
and that they can go your way. And it seems like you're making progress, so that's good. Um, so we will probably meet next week. Do you want to meet next week?
Yeah, we'll set up a time.
Okay, we'll set up a time. Do you have any questions or feedback?
No, I'm all good.
All right. Well, then I will see you next week.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.